I spoke about before that if you're an entrepreneur or if you're trying to make money in any type of space, that you have to first focus on adding value. If you're adding value to anybody's life, you will always be in demand. Hey, family, this is Che Willis coming back with another episode of Wealth is a Journey podcast. Guys, this is episode 41. Who thought we were going to get this far, man? Me, that's who. That was trash. Anyway, we are, again, 41 episodes in. This episode is going to be very special to me personally. We're going to get into it, but before we start, as always, I like to say thank you to all of the people who have liked, who have shared, who have subscribed, who have dropped a comment, who have offered any feedback, whether good or bad. All feedback is welcomed. So after this podcast, I'm going to try to switch some things up a little bit to make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more engaging, a little bit more informative. So y'all check it out later. But today is a very special episode for me. Today's episode is going to be about just this year. Today is New Year's Eve, and we are going to talk about the year for the Willis household, and not just us. This episode is going to be about you as well, because we're going to ask a couple questions. We're going to see where you are versus where you started, and it's going to open your mind to where you said that you wanted to be at the end of the year, at the beginning of the year, and then where you actually are, and take inventory of where you are versus where you want to be, and how we can get you to where you want to be. But for me specifically, this year has been a year of growth. Pause. Because so many different things have happened for me in my life personally and us as a family. First, with the biggest thing that we did was pay our house off. That was a long time in the making. We paid our house off within 7.5 years or so, and that was hard work to do. But the way that we got there is we set up systems in place. And the system that I always talk about is setting up a budget. Now, the budget is going to tell you exactly where you are financially. And then it's also going to tell you what you can or cannot do if you are looking to stay within your budget, living below your means. So we were able to pay our house off. That was 7.5 years in the making. Also, we purchased my first brand new car that I've ever had, Tesla Model Y 2023, in the middle of the year. That was a big deal for me as well, because again, I've never had a brand new car. Also, it was the car that I've always wanted for many, many years. But again, it goes back to the budget. How did we get the car? We paid cash for the car. How did we do that? We budgeted. Every time we had a budget meeting, every month, we budgeted a certain amount for the car. And after we found out exactly how much we needed to save, we reverse engineered it, and then we saved up a specific amount every month in order to achieve the goal. So that happened. Those were really, really huge goals for me personally, because it was years in the making. So it took a lot of perseverance, a lot of discipline. And I think when you're on any type of journey or you're trying to accomplish something, the goal always looks good. It looks good to achieve the goal, but I don't think a lot of us look at what it takes to achieve goals. And one of the things for me that was important that I'm learning in this journey, wealth building and achieving goals and different things of that nature, is that you cannot achieve any goal, big or small, without some type of level of discipline. Whether you're investing over a long period of time, you're going to have to invest. Whether you're trying to lose weight, you're going to have to do things in a disciplined manner in order to get where you want to go. And one of the key ingredients to get where we were looking to go is just a level of discipline, and just doing something over and over and over and over again until it becomes a routine, until it becomes something that you don't have to think about anymore. And I think it's important to talk about because, again, this is New Year's Eve. So a lot of us have a lot of goals, and we've been actually talking about goals these last, few episodes. And it's very important to, when you're setting your goals, not to overshoot what you can do or what your capacity is for doing some things, because it's going to be very important that you remember that discipline in your journey is going to be important. Now, it's something that you can maybe start off small with, as far as being disciplined in, let's just say, you're trying to achieve a certain financial goal. In order to achieve the financial goal, again, you're going to have to set up a budget. Now, how long it takes you to achieve the financial goal is going to depend on how much money you make, or how much money you can actually reduce from your expenses in order to get to that goal. But again, it's going to take a level of just doing something over and over and over and over again in order to achieve the goal. And we're going to get into some more things in a little bit, but me specifically, at the beginning of 2023, I was scared to death to speak. I think it was something from when I was a kid, being made fun of for certain things, or you guys, we've all done it, made fun of a kid or whatever the case may be when we're in class, and I think at times that made me gun shy of not wanting to mess up publicly. And speaking, whether it's on this podcast or in front of a group, or even on a Zoom call, can be terrifying because of judgment. What is this person thinking about me, and my messaging, and all these different things? But in order for me to achieve my purpose, which my purpose, if you're new to this podcast, is to help people. In order for me to achieve that goal, I need to speak. And I had mentioned it before. I think I mentioned it like early on when I was doing the podcast, when I started it, is that I saw myself in front of a large audience speaking to people. Now, that alone terrified me, just to have that vision of speaking in front of people. But in order to get my messaging out to that there's hope for you if you didn't learn how to budget, taking the fear out of budgeting and showing people what's possible for you by them looking at me, what's possible for them. And if I want to get that message out, then I'm going to have to speak more. And the reason I'm saying this is because once I realized that, then me doing this podcast was going to be very, very important, because it was going to get me reps to speaking. It was also going to show people that I am an authority in this space. So if people know that I'm an authority in this space specifically, then they're going to be calling on me to speak to their groups and speak to, again, their groups. about budgeting, about finances, about how to do it, because we were never really taught a way to achieve financial goals. So I'm saying all that to say that now I'm getting opportunities to speak. My first opportunity, well, let's go back. I spoke about before that if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're trying to make money in any type of space, that you have to first focus on adding value. If you're adding value to anybody's life, you will always be in demand, especially if you're likable or your messaging is good, then you'll always be in demand. So my value add started when I was doing these budget calls for free for my loved ones, for and after I got to the loved ones, and it was basically anybody who would listen to how easy budgeting was. So I was getting reps doing that. And then started talking to people in my entrepreneurship group, the morning meetup, and shout out to you guys. Love you guys, man. Y'all have helped me in my journey so much. You have no idea. But anyway, then I talked to somebody and they were like, yeah, well, why are you not charging for this? And I'm like, well, hey, this is my give back to, the community, and this, that, and the third. And although it was, could there have been a level of fear of not charging people? Probably. There might have been some type of level, maybe. But once I got uncomfortable and started putting myself out there more, again, as an authority in this space, and putting out flyers, and hey, if you need workshops and one-on-one calls and so forth and so on, and now I'm charging, now I'm getting people that want to work with me, which is weird. Like if it was free, not a lot of people, but now that it's I'm charging people, now people are booking me left and right. So after I did one of the calls with a large audience of people, one of the people that I worked with before said that they wanted me to speak to their group. So next week, I have a paid speaking gig somewhere. Actually, it's going to be in New Jersey, and I am nervous. I'm excited, a bunch of different emotions, but I'm saying that to say that if you have or you're looking to get somewhere in your business, or you're looking to get somewhere in your life, then you got to put yourself out there. It's terrifying, but in order for you to get to where you want to go, you're going to have to put yourself out there. But one of the things that is key is that you have to, if you're looking to get yourself out there more in any type of space, then it's going to take time for you to build up the reps. If you get scared talking in front of people or so forth, then you can start a podcast also. And you being able to do this consistently and have that discipline of a schedule and so forth and so on, then it's going to help you when you're in front of an audience or you're on a Zoom call. Because that's another thing. Like just got an opportunity to do a Zoom call with a few people and charge for that as well. So it's cool that now that me as the example, I put myself out there to do something, to charge for my services, my time, and I'm adding value, that more opportunities are coming my way. So I'm saying that to say that if you want to grow in your business, or you have a gift that is something that's difficult for other people, that's easy for you, add value. Once you start adding value to more people, then more people are going to start calling on you to do the thing that you're good at. So, not saying that I'm the best speaker. I'm not. However, when it comes to this budgeting thing, I get super passionate about it. And I kind of like black out and talk about the possibilities of what you can do and where you want to be in your life. And there's I don't know, I get excited talking about it, as you could probably tell. But anyway, more opportunities are coming my way. More opportunities can come your way if you're adding value and you're putting yourself out there. Now, if you're nervous, start small. I started out doing, again, the thing that I love to do, which is the budget calls. So I started doing those on a small scale. And then once I got comfortable doing that, and then I was asked or had the opportunity to speak to a larger group, then it was nothing because I'm used to doing it. I created those habits, those disciplines. So if you're looking to go somewhere in your business, if you're looking to go somewhere in life in general, you have to take a step. And again, I was terrified to speak, but when I did it, I realized I didn't die. And that's the major key right there, is that when you do something that you're terrified to do, you'll realize that the fear is just a feeling, but it's not real. Like the feelings, the emotions are real. But once you do the thing that you're afraid to do, you'll realize that it wasn't really that bad. And I really wasn't that bad. I was a lot better than what I thought I was going to do. And that has been a major game changer for me. So anything that I achieve or anything that I discover within myself or in any walk of life that I'm going through, then I'm giving it out to the podcast listeners, because I think that was a game changer for me. So now I'm on another level of thinking now, of instead of you suck as a speaker, I'm thinking to myself like, yo, you can do this. Where January of this year, I was thinking, absolutely not. No way. I'm not doing that. Now I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So if you have goals for this year, 2024, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to knock down goals. And they don't have to be huge goals. They don't have to be buying a Tesla, paying your house off. They don't have to be, your goals are not my goals, and my goals are not your goals. So if you have any goals, start small. If you're nervous, if you're scared, if you're afraid, start small, because you have a gift. I don't know what that gift is, only you do, but if you have a gift, and it's up to you to add value to somebody else's life, because your gift is not for you. Your gift is for other people, but you have to discover what that gift is. And once you figure out what that gift is, take a step in order to give the gift away. So then you could possibly monetize it if that's your goal. But it's not as bad as I thought. And I'm so happy that I'm in this entrepreneurship group, because now a lot of the things that I was hearing when I first joined are now making sense, like routines and different habits and reading books and, you know, changing your mindset and getting in different rooms to meet different people, to have these different opportunities, because 2024 is not going to be short of opportunities, not for me. So if it's not short of opportunities for me, it's not going to be short of opportunities for you, but you got to prepare for when those opportunities come. Because if you don't, there's no worse feeling than an opportunity coming or an opportunity there in front of you. And because you were not prepared, you cannot take advantage of it. That goes with investing. That goes with speaking. That goes with any gifts that you have. The whole deal, all across the board. There's nothing worse than not being able to take advantage of an opportunity. So now my goal is to just be prepared for the opportunities that are coming my way. And the only way for me to do that for my opportunities is to get more comfortable doing this, getting more comfortable on the Zoom calls, getting more comfortable speaking, because again, I see it, but when the opportunity comes, I got to be prepared. And you as well, think about the things that terrify you and take a step. It might be speaking. Speak in front of the mirror. Just speak in the car when you're by yourself. Turn the radio off. Turn the music off. And just start talking. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll be. If you're terrified to I don't know, some people have imposter syndrome. They're scared to succeed for some reason or another. We need to figure out what those things are that terrify us. And we need to attack it head on. Because if we don't, we're not going to live the lives that we were put on this earth to live. So hopefully this has helped somebody. This, just thinking back over this year, has excited me, because I'm not really the person that looks back. I'm full steam ahead. We knock down a goal. What's the next goal? Like, I'm not really a person that reflects, but that's another kind of cheat code that you need to do, because then that's going to build your faith as well. Just thinking about the things that you accomplished, for me anyway, with God's help. And it'll give you the faith and belief that if he helped you with paying off this mortgage for myself, for buying this brand new car, for being more comfortable speaking, what else can he do for you? What else can you achieve? What other goals can you knock down? So you get into that zone where everything is possible. Anything is possible with God's help. So again, hopefully this has helped somebody. I'm telling you, man, these podcasts are like super therapeutic for me, because it allows me to, again, to reflect and think about the good things that are happening in my life and not focus on the negative and things of that nature. So I hope you guys have a good new year. We are moving, we are shaking, and hopefully you will come on this journey with me. If you're new to this podcast, subscribe and come on this journey with us, man, because we're just getting started. We are just getting started. Thank you.